This summer, meet Plungo. He's green. He's got 2 teeth. He wears a lab coat. Blue eyes that look in both directions, but still right at me. It's his destiny. You're the one. He's my baby, and his name is Plungo. Rated PG-13. Only on Summer of DK and Banjo. Let's go!
If you want a thrill, try our coconut chill. Step right up, it's only 2 bananas. If you're hot, it'll fill the bill. This idea's real sweet, just from trying to beat the heat. I'll be so successful, I'll sweet candy off her feet. We're on the road to success.
It's crazy how much of a better singer DK is.
One at a time. That's right, you're doing fine.
It's a long time to wait for that coconut shake.
This groovy chillin' cold makes me wanna do
Hear that hip
barrel
movement.
rolls. Imagine her surprise, Candy won't believe her eyes.
I can't believe my eyes. They're doing well on their first try.
Things are looking up. I just can't believe our luck. Between me and you, there ain't nothing we can't do. It's like a dream come true. Next stop, Park Avenue.
He said pants on now. We need more. These guys need to be front and center next game. The road to success. The best dance move. You ready for it?
We're on the road.
Oh, I'm not doing it yet. Wait.
The road to success.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
We're on the road to success.
The nipples.
We're on the road to success. We're on the road to success.
Even the Kremlings are in on it.
We're on the road to success.
You know what they say. Cranky Kong is for the hose. As they say. Cranky Kong is for the hose. Welcome back. We haven't played this in a hot minute. I don't remember shit. No, I do remember shit, but I don't remember like where we left off. Sega. CousinCatnip dances when? We can put in the hour-long show. I do have to do an entire show. That was our big 200 sub goal. But I'm eating pizza. The champion's food. Total save 71, Act 3. 11 hours, 16 minutes, but it's really more like 11 hour, 41. Let's go. Oh, shit was just about... Shit went so down. And I was like, oh shit, we better like wait till next time. And then we like never came back. I didn't expect to get a fucking DK Bonanza. Yeah, like our car was braking and like we couldn't stop it and we had to do this crazy shit or whatever. Now we're like taking a pedestrian one or something. All right, now boarding the turbo-cycle. We boarded the turbo cycle. Where would you like to go? Of course, I know the answer to that question. Going to church.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off. Flight configuration, now gaining altitude.
Jamie, please be safe.
Oh yeah, Jamie
Gillian,
got taken.
please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
A 50-year debt in 3 hours.
Huge piss.
Snow!
Snow 9 to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on.
Oh,
Understood?
shit.
Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Bro, this game's so good at like atmosphere. I'm so locked in. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. And it's snowing. The fake robot snow that they need so that they can survive. Oh, we're fucked, dude. We've arrived at the church. Wow. Now I know why they call it the Kremlin. It's a very old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. Building may be patterned after a traditional Russian church. It's quite old. Is Dr. Kozak there? I would like to ask him about Kalinka. It appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. It's pollen and therefore much finer than snow. It's surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. It's likely just to keep anybody away. Given the season, a few Christmas trees would really liven up the scene. They conceal the church from surveillance. The building's about 50 years old, but appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. Acid rain has seriously damaged many of the building's sculptures. This is definitely Snow 9. A sensor scan reveals that a tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, there's no surprise. Looks like we've got the right place. Oops. Not picking up any large movement signals. The only sound is out of the wind. The whole area is exceptionally quiet. Coding may be patterned.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
It worked!
That got it.
More RPG moment. What's this? What's this? Snow 9 everywhere.
It would appear to be some kind of chapel for the Snatchers.
Are you telling me that those things pray? To whom?
To Timber, no doubt. To their creator. That portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. Holy shit, it's Sephiroth. This person is no doubt the one the Snatchers worship as their creator.
This guy. Isn't that random? Oh shit. Oh shit. Does he have a twin?
One moment, I'll compare the picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical with that of random, a positive identification is impossible, as the picture is not a photograph. That just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. Now that you mentioned it, the person in the portrait does look like random Hajil. Bro, you're the robot. These are the chairs for worshippers in the chapel, no doubt. There's no covering of dust. They appear to be used regularly. I guess we got lucky with their timing. Everything is nice and orderly. It's as if the pre-collapsed Soviet Union has been recreated here. The decorations do not appear to be those of a church. It was written on the painting, the creator, Modnar. So this is Professor Modnar? The one the Snatcher was talking about? Eh? It appears to be a portrait of that person. The number of scratches on the surface, they were almost certainly caused by those Snatchers. Based on the condition of the paints and canvas, I would say that this portrait was painted over 50 years ago. It's all very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's another room further back. Decorations don't appear to be those of a church. Not reading anything at all. No, they already left for the summit? No. I cannot get a clear signal. I did not mean to do that. Snow 9 causing the trouble? Snow 9 levels are very high here. There's no way to call in any more reinforcements, huh? I'm afraid that's about the size of it. But what about the video phone call from Jamie? No doubt the call used a very high power transmitter of some kind. We're gonna save Metal Gear. Thank you, Metal Gear. It's perfectly quiet. I thought I was hearing like Earthbound sounds for a second, and I'm like, bro, this game's older than Earthbound. Like that sound. I wonder if this is, maybe they sampled this game. Earthbound used a lot of samples. That sounds like an Earthbound sound. There's no litter or garbage anywhere, it's almost too clean. Or maybe they use the same sample pack. I'm moving into the back room. Shadow clones? Snatchers? But yeah, if you are actually curious, Earthbound uses a lot of samples from actual songs. It was rumored that's why the game wasn't released for so many years, because of the all the samples it had that didn't have clearance. Like it has tequila, you know, da 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 da. It has the Monty Python theme song in the very beginning of the game. With the da 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 da, but it's like really sampled. You only really hear it if you like isolate it, but otherwise you wouldn't really know what it is. It's like that static sound you hear. They use the Star Spangled Banner. They use the Mario theme, which that one's whatever, it's Nintendo. They use there's some other ones. There's a Beatles. No, they use a few. Like they literally just use things from a Beatles song, like the drum sample from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band. I'm pretty sure it's that song specifically. And they use like the Yesterday song, the whatever the fuck that one is. Oh no, Good Morning. I think it is, whatever the hell. But a lot of these things are literally just Beatles things. Yeah, no, so a lot of people thought that's why Earthbound wasn't released for years, because they thought there was this big sample thing. But nah. None of that mattered. Snatchers! Look at them all! I'm not picking up any energy readings. They're all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. So this is their warehouse, eh? There must be a few hundred of them there. They continue all the way back. Still, this doesn't look like a factory to me. Are they all sleeping? What's up, dude? These are endostructures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are all still set to the smallest sizes. So their victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. They almost look as if they could spring to life at any moment. If this many Snatchers were to all start moving at the same time, there's little we could do. I don't know why I said it in the guy's voice. There seems to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. What about the size of these containers? The volume of these containers would be just perfect for shipping one of these Snatchers. There's no doubt how they got here. These endo structures were all shipped here in these containers. There's some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Literally need while coffee kicks in. I could jump to life at any moment now. Siberian Investigation Force? Right, to catch people up Moscow is like a big plot point in this game. Like, Russia is most likely the one making the Snatchers and doing this whole, like, secret invasion by, like, making robot army humanoids that infiltrate society and then murder people. That's kind of like where we're at. I'm pretty convinced we are one of them. Like, we're like one of the new models that they kept talking about, but we'll find out. We don't know yet. Siberian Investigation Force. It would appear that these Snatchers were brought to Neokobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems that the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched. Just like when they found us. Oh shit. These containers were definitely brought out of Siberia. I can detect traces of containments unique to the region on that containers. Perfectly quiet. Let's see. Not reading anything at all. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. Well, hold up, game. I don't think it works like that. These containers were definitely brought out of Siberia. I can detect traces of containment unique to the region on the containers. Can we give a Snatcher with like 3 penises and like 2 vaginas? They are preserved in excellent condition. It appears they undergo regular maintenance. We're not seeing any tools or equipment of maintaining anything in this area. This room appear to be just a storage area. I see. So the Siberian Investigation Forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia and into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. A rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. We still don't actually know what they do. The back part of the room may hold the answer to that question. Are you ready, Gillian? Now heading to the room further back. Ayo? It really is Final Fantasy VII. The Snatcher's culturing room. I wanted to see cock. You can kind of see tits on the left. The mechanism is operating. Gillian, these are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here. These units are perfectly ready to perform a complete snatch. What's that beeping sound, man?
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure.
Okay.
First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
I'm safe.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
So in depth. I was not expecting that level of detail. I figured they'd just be like, yeah, that's where they put the skin on. Computer terminals installed in each preservation cylinder. Power's on. Look at this, Gillian. The data people to be snatched up, neatly processed, processed. There's the data which they use to generate the artificial skin with. Dude, did we not hear that beeping sound? I don't mean to use the phone. I'm just used to there not being a phone option. I'm not showing any sound except for those regular noises coming from the equipment here. That's a regular noise, bro. Limiter used to control the culture of the Snatcher's artificial skin. The endosketchers just emerged within them. There'll be something on the roof. Here's that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from them above. This is really advanced. Way beyond anything we saw at the Queen's Hospital. So area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Oh?
Get a load of this.
You
The
said it.
U.S. president, the prime ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
What about Canada?
Gillian, you're in here too.
Heh, figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right, do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
Do I only have actually 30 minutes? Oh, God.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That caught me so off guard. Oh. Oh.
wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
That was legit hard. I'm scared now. We're gonna...
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Knew it. Oh, shit! Oh! Damn, we got wrecked. Bam! Boom! I know you want to see what happens, but we haven't lost yet, man. I haven't lost. They have that like little animation. You can kind of like tell where they are. I think it's RNG.
Jeez.
Jeez,
These
fuck.
guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Let's just step over these like 100 corpses I just shot. All right. Oh? That was a trick.
Jamie, are you all right?
Could have popped her in the face.
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
He's dead.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
Bro.
The professor? What? This old man?
And this fuck?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all
Yes.
so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you.
Yes.
Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever.
Metal Gear?
Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
Damn.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself.
Pickle?
And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
So that's how they were.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like random?
That's our kid.
That's right, Elijah is alive. Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie?
He was just sitting there the whole time.
Yes, and Gillian.
It's like an old Star Wars general.
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
Bro.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here. 57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes, and with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh,
It was
I
the boss's
so
kid.
happy.
Not our kid.
The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch.
Oh no.
Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had
Look at his
a
face.
child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted.
That kid's looking like.
Jamie, I
Bro.
always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
Bruh.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter, and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned, it revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come.
Oh?
My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever.
Damn.
But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How? How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons.
Bro.
Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neokobe City to be my experimental sample. Neokobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
Oh?
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings.
Oh, shit.
We are almost there.
Oh, shit.
Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Geo. He was a snatcher.
Random.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
Makes sense.
He's a snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine.
How that's gonna happen to us?
Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
Oh, damn, it is.
How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Oh, he's dead, the final boss.
Is he dead?
He's definitely.
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
Yeah.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul.
Yeah.
What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools.
Damn.
But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites, the beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo-Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
Oh, shit.
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this.
Ah, shit.
If you are the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Oh, shit.
Metal!
Shoot it.
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Yo, Zero! I mean, Random Hajio.
What's that?
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let
Oh,
me
shit.
Go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go.
I don't- what the
Don't
fuck?
forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry!
He was
You
like,
only
nah,
have
I'm not
3
doing that.
minutes.
Thanks! Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
But we're like 1 minute. We're fucked.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool. You don't even know how to love someone.
You
Damn.
stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Yeah!
Later, kid!
I guess there was no final boss. Oh, so is this Top Gun?
Mechanized infantry team has completed boarding. 17th Special Engineering Squad report for boarding immediately.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13th Special Operations Squad.
Sorry, I'm gonna go bang a bunch of dudes.
Report immediately for departure.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Got him. Oh, I actually get to, like, this is the final boss. Talking with the girlfriends. Trying to learn more about you is what got our relationship started. I do like this song a lot. Well, I knew it. We really became close, didn't we? Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Wait, what? Beyond just friends? Sounds pretty good to me. Ayo? Don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time. And she told me about how Jamie was always getting worried about me. So I gave her a video phone call. With even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. Alice got fucked up. They're both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. It's like family to me now. Don't be so stupid, Gillian. Oh, whoops. Jamie! Yeah, I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. While you're away, I hope it's okay for Jamie to come and live with me. Yeah, I have no problem with that at all. We shortened my commute as well, so I'll be killing two birds with one stone. Great, I'm so happy! I'm so tired of living alone. Maybe I'll ask Katrina if I can move in with her in the near future. It's almost as if I got a really new little sister. It's really wonderful. You're such a cheerful and sweet kid.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
Fuck yeah.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Because there's like so much sequel bait here. But there never was another game. Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well. Let's try to work well together when you get back. What? I'm a second lieutenant. How come my rank is even lower than when I had in the army, eh?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
Alright.
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh?
Yeah?
What's wrong, Jamie?
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before.
Damn.
But with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait for me. Take me with you, please.
Oh, he says he's a Sega CD!
Metal?
Yes, sir.
He's a Sega CD!
So this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh?
Sneeze.
Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
We're gonna play so many games on the plane. So much sequel bait. GG? I was hoping for one last fight.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
This is getting Kingdom Hearts now.
This conflict has just begun.
Sequel bait, man. Oh, the song. That's it? Damn. What a sick game. It's a little weird. Like, it's like a little awkward sometimes. Like a little dated with some of its ideology shit. With like point and click stuff. We still don't know if we could actually die or not. But I really like the story. I like the characters. I like the music was good. It needed a few more songs, I feel like, for the exploration. But it was way longer than I thought it would be. But this is definitely going up there as like one of my favorite like point and click games. Especially as like a non-LucasArts one. Yeah, I thought there would at least be like one last like final battle. The 15-minute talk. See, that's how you know it's a Hideo Kojima game. That ending was the most like Metal Gear Solid shit ever. Like the Soviet Russians during the Cold War invented a military. It's like, bro. You could definitely feel the like Metal Gear. Well, it would only be a couple years later he'd release Metal Gear Solid, the first one. About 4 years later. But it's interesting because this game is almost like an epilogue to Metal Gear. It's like now that they've stopped making the nukes and all that stuff and the threat of nuclear war is over, they've now moved into making these like robot snatcher bodies. And they're the ones who end up like invading, you know what I mean? Like instead of using like bombs, they're using like insidious AI shit. So can we talk about this song? Damn. Pleasing. Yeah, that ending was amazing. It just needed like a little last shooting or something. That would have been sick. Just like one, it did have a pretty good ending though. Like that actually was kind of hard at the end. But like, I wish it had like one last like robot you shot in the face or something. The guys you're running away. But I'm also glad there wasn't like some bullshit fight and there was no save point for like 30 minutes. Jeff Lupitin, Lucy Childs. Ray Van Steen, that's a name. I still can't believe I didn't notice the name backwards thing. Elijah, man. Yeah, there it is. Huh. Jamie C was Susan Neal. Mika Sladen was Kimberly Harn. Katrina Gibson. Yo, Plunge! The Snatcher was Jeff Lupin. What's Snatcher made a voice? Yo, Napoleon. Hey, I'm on that Napoleon. Back was your meal prep for it's been at least I can do since I don't make the 90s. Actually, your last save file point is just before the battle raid. Maybe you can go back to that and skip through the talk and get to the battle in. Oh, he's trying to see what happens. I am kind of serious. I'm kind of curious too. Oh yeah, Elijah Modnar. But still Ray Van Steen. Okay, so they use the same voice for both. That's clever. It's like the same person, basically. Oh, and Chin Shu, our boy Chin Shuo, was also Ray Van Steen. And Lucy Childs was the female employee. Damn, the narrator? Where's Ray? That who didn't Ray Van Steen do? Yeah, I can use fast forward. We got yo Robin guy, Ray Van Steen, bro. Special thanks, Ray Van Steen. I like how they only thanked the voice actors, pretty much. But I'm assuming because it took like 5 people to make this game, so it's like Kojima and like a bunch of programmers, and it was like, all right, then here's the voice cast. This is some like actual love making music. I thought you were gonna say I want to go down to this music, and I'm like, yeah, I could eat someone out to this music. And I'd probably start laughing halfway through with that harmonica. I'm like, man, Konami, remember when you used to make games? Actually, they did just release Metal Gear Delta. They're trying. Yeah, no, I actually love this game. This game is sick. Like I said, it's a little dated. I could see why some people wouldn't like it. You kind of have to like get into its shit. It's like a lot of older story games. Like if you played like System Shock and that kind of stuff, where it's like kind of does its own thing. So you kind of have to like get into how it does it. But it's not really like a sim game or anything. This game, it's mostly just like understanding what investigate and look means. Like it's a lot of that verbiage shit that early point and clicks did that can be kind of annoying. But you can't like fail this game, at least with the investigation part. It seemed like the artwork is amazing. Oh, it does. Does it save? I'll save on a different file. It does. Oh no, it doesn't. Just like us, we trying. That'd be like on your tombstone. It's just ramen guy. Yeah, you gotta learn the game's language, but it's not even like hard or anything. It's not like confusing. It's just there'll be there's a lot of like dead ends basically, and the dead end will be because like you didn't like click look, like you only investigated, you didn't look at it. It'll be like, and you didn't look at it twice. It'll be some shit like that, and so like we wasted so much time on shit like that, where I was like, how do I get to this thing, or how do I do this thing, or like when really it was just like I just had to stay in the area and look like more than once. Yeah, this was right before the final area. I think I had to investigate the area, and then he sees a door. Yeah, and then we look at the door. Door. I was trying to like trigger the thing. I don't remember how to. We're trying to see what happens when you die, because we never actually died. This is like the closest thing we have to like a fight.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here.
Oh yeah. It happens so fast, but you get continue, or what happens if you continue? Oh, okay, so you just start right back. You can't, so you can never fail then, yeah. Yeah, but we did have deathless though. We'll do it slow this time. Yeah, I just wanted to see if they did like a noise or like a man, no, it doesn't seem like anything. Let's see what happens when you hit quit.
Oh, no, not here. Jamie, I tried.
Okay. I wonder, that's probably like rarely heard. Oh, Jen, that's bad. There's what happens to robot still a simp? Bro, we just beat the game. My man. The final boss was the giga simp of all simps to ever simp in the history of sims. Well, I say final boss loses because we didn't actually fight him. But he was like the son of the boss of the company we used to work in together. And basically he wanted to bang our wife, Jamie, for like 50 years. And so we all went to like a cryogenic sleep because of some virus. And he woke up after 10 years. And he wanted to wake up Jamie, but he didn't want to wake her up because he's like, I don't know, he's like being a bitch about it. And then she finally woke up after 50 years. And then, but he basically made all the snatchers and shit because he was inspired by her beauty and like how he could like never be with her and all this shit. Like, it's the most like incel shit I've ever heard. Yeah, no, this game's sick. Honestly, Snatcher, check it out. But now we got. Ding, 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 ding. But no, I would play that game again. Here we go. It's definitely a game you play again in like 5 years or something, and you're like, when you kind of forget everything, and you're like, oh shit. The light gun worked pretty well too. The light gun mouse. Yeah, no, if you missed that playthrough, you should definitely check it out, especially on YouTube, and follow and like and subscribe. And nah, just like in general, just. That was a cool game. I feel like it was one of those rare games that was backloaded, but the back half was really fucking good. I feel like the back half is what I really, really enjoyed. And then the beginning was pretty cool. The middle was a bit weak, though. There's nothing. Nah. It was setting up for a sequel, too. It kind of sequel baited, but... Nah. Did I ping you for something? I'm currently on my floor. Vegging out. Did I ping you? Do I look like a pingus? I'm like, should I speak? I just decided no. My brain was just like, nah. You know what? No. Got a bowl of Oreos? Bro, how high are you? Yeah, it's just a one-off, and it's such a shame. Because, like, the world's cool. Honestly, it really... I would honestly say it is a Metal Gear game. Considering how, like, it actually is kind of connected. And it fits into the timeline. It actually kind of works. The words are quite so funny. Don't speak. And no one knows these words here. Because it hurts. You had 4 brownies from a friend? You're gonna be high forever. Da 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 da. Take it away, Miku! All right, chat. Just give me a quick break. I gotta take a piss. And we got some ukulele and the impossible seagull. How does that seagull work? How does it work? But hang tight. We're not done yet.